That's a name.
You need to really get off my balls, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Also, why was Michelangelo so stinky? Ew.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Non-Canon Files number 38 in the All You Can Hear podcast universe. I'll be your host today, Patrick, and joining me today are my 5 crusading co-hosts.
I'm Shimmy, and I should have peed before we started.
Ooh.
Can't stop the train now, Shim.
Nope, can't do it. World's greatest Wenzel.
It's JoJo, and I got a joke for everybody.
Ooh.
Oh, we're opening with a joke. Okay.
I'm starting my open mic right now.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
A transphobe, a racist, a homophobe, and an anti-Semite walk into the bar. The bartender says, "Hey, aren't you that lady who wrote Harry Potter?"
Hey. Whoa. Smoked them.
Get
Damn.
fucked, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, you donked on her.
Yeah, fuck you, J.K. Simmons.
And your fat fucking ass.
Hey,
J.K. Simmons? What?
Have you not seen Omni-Man?
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm that Canon guy, and my diaper has been full of guano for almost a week now.
Oh.
I am very excited.
Well, I think J.K. Simmons might just have a fat ass. I don't know.
He does. You see in Oz. I started watching Oz. It's hard. It's heavy shit. But he says the N-word a lot.
Ooh.
He is a
all
skinhead.
right. Oh, shit. Damn.
But
Okay.
someone that's not a skinhead, me. My name's Colt.
Luscious head of hair on this one, let me tell you.
Yep, no
Yeah.
skin in sight. I'm nothing but hair.
Oh, it's Chewbacca.
If you are justice, please do not lie.
Well, hello, everyone. We took it easy on y'all. We waited a whole week to talk about the Batman. If you haven't seen it by now, hey, this is 2022. You have 1 week to watch a movie, and that's it. You're shit out of luck.
Yeah, you're at the end of the fucking line. You're at the end of the line, motherfucker.
So what we'll have for you today is a fully engorged spoiler cast for your listening pleasure. So make sure you watch the movie, or else you're just like, you know what? No rules here. I'm going to listen to this movie review episode without having seen the film and have no context for any of the horror shit that's talking about, or even a linear timeline. Because AYCH network rules, we don't go in order. We just say whatever we want off the top of our heads.
yeah, like right now,
Yondu dies.
yeah, that happens. If you've been having like, I don't know, doubts of seeing this movie, if you've been reading Ben Shapiro's, comments about it, watching his video review about it,
Oh, my God. Really?
watch.
It was bad.
Listen to us and don't listen to, if you're listening to Ben Shapiro, you need to reevaluate a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
I feel like there's not a lot of overlap between the Ben Shapiro audience and this audience.
I mean, the world is a big place, but if you do listen to Ben Shapiro,
Like maybe
we are
the
now
FBI agents that listen to the shows listen to both.
we are
but-
revoking your AYCH privileges.
Like for those who don't know, Ben Shapiro did not like the new Batman.
What?
Yeah, he did not like it.
Did he elaborate?
He did. It was fucking stupid. He made a whole video about it. I was reading through the comments, and one guy was like, "I watched it so you wouldn't have to. Here's what he talked about," and everything he talked about, I completely disagree with. I'm like, Ben Shapiro, you're a nerd, but you're a stupid fucking nerd.
He's trying to make it flop so Robert Pattinson can spread his cheeks on camera.
Yeah. Yeah, because somebody retweeted it, because Robert Pattinson said that if the Batman flopped, that he would do art house porn. And people, including myself, we're just like, at what cost? We won, but we also lost.
We could have had that dong in a theater house.
Anyway, so sad. Fuck you, Bench.
It feels so bad we didn't get porn. All we're just left with already incredibly horny movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably the most horny a movie could be without any actual fucking, which is apropos considering they transposed the cast from Batman Returns, the other previously most horny Batman movie.
I don't know. I would say that Batman Returns might be hornier. Honestly, I really do think that it might be.
Is it sexier?
I mean, it's pretty equal, but just look at that cast: Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Christopher Walken,
It's nothing but
whoever
sex so
played
far.
Catwoman.
Danny
Michelle
DeVito,
Pfeiffer.
AYCH's most handsome man of the year, 5 years running.
No, look, I want to make. I was making a joke. I have a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman statue in the shop that I've sold several of. I love that. Batman Returns was my favorite Batman movie before the Batman. I know there's Michelle Pfeiffer, but I've tried to forget Halle Berry.
Hey, look, listen, my No Way Home was Michelle Pfeiffer and Halle Berry congratulating Zoe Kravitz for being just a hot-ass Catwoman.
Yes.
Yes.
That is very true.
Yeah, sure, that's fair.
Zoe Kravitz drank milk like a cat in preparation for this movie.
All right, let's.
You
be,
didn't have to take pictures of it.
You didn't have to, but God,
I believe
But
you.
thank you. like, I mean, it's so funny because all I see on my Twitter, and I'm here for it. It's like there is Batman love, but then it's like people are like, Zoe Kravitz got me acting up.
Zoe Kravitz got folks acting unwise.
She's already a great actress,
Agreed.
but hot damn.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Cole.
The movie's so horny they made even the Penguin fuckable.
Oh well, you said that.
I will say,
you said
but
that.
it's so fucking weird how many people are out there saying like, after seeing Colin Farrell's Penguin, they're like, damn, they made him kind of sexy. Like,
I have no clue.
Again,
seriously. But yeah, like,
Alfred, I guess as well.
But Colt, to your point, I would say Alfred, he looking all right. He looking all right with that nice little suit, nice little haircut, nice little beard
a
there.
nice little scar. Yeah,
They made everybody sexy. It's weird.
they really did. Didn't
You know
they?
what?
And
I-
Gollum's had some work done.
I think per capita, this might be the most attractive Batman cast.
I was about to say, I almost didn't recognize Andy Serkis without all the CGI on his face.
He actually mocapped his own performance.
Oh my God! Mocap
But-
just the beard though.
Just
Just
the
the
beard.
beard.
I didn't recognize him without a sonic blaster in his hand. He was Ulysses Claw.
He was Claw and Marvel.
Claw, yeah.
Also,
Claw was
I was kind of like gagged.
Cloud.
Like, why is Andy Serkis so buff in the Black Panther movie?
Because it's Andy Serkis.
And then he had no business being that buff and having that fade. And it's like this is not correct. This should not be how Andy Serkis portrays himself in a film. With all with the cold open aside, into the traditional format, where we'll go around the horn, our reviews out of 5 stars, and a quick summation of our general ideas before we get into like the deeper discussion. And we'll start with Colt. What was your review out of 5?
5 stars immediately after the credits started to roll. 5 stars. I loved it. Robert Pattinson's the sexiest Batman we've ever had. I love him. I love this movie. I fucking love it. It's my favorite Batman movie now. God bless America and
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Amen.
Yeah! Roll Tide!
Hey, can I get a roll tide for Batman?
Roll
Tide!
Tide!
All right, Cannon.
Well, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm a little bit of a fan.
What?
What?
Whoa.
What? No.
Wait, is that a devil on your arm?
I thought that was a Daredevil tattoo.
Yes.
Where did you get off?
Is that a rat tattoo?
For reference, I actually have a Batman tattoo on my arm that says I'm Batman underneath it in a traditional tattoo style that a few people have confused for the devil, even though it says literally who it is.
Also,
Really?
it looks
Wait,
a
no-
lot
no
like
fucking
Batman.
way.
No, this isn't a bit. No, this isn't a joke.
People are dumb.
Yes, agreed.
People are really fucking dumb.
But I love Batman. I watched as much old Batman-related material in preparation for this movie as I could, and oh my God, this fucking movie. I want all 3 hours of that justice raw all over again. Just like I gave it 4.5. I could. There's no problem with me giving this a solid 5 stars. Like, I want to go to the theaters again to see this movie. Like, I loved it. I fucking love this. It's man. again, recency biased, but goddamn, this might be my favorite Batman movie.
God bless.
This might be my favorite Batman movie of all time.
Joe.
Ja, ja.
So yeah, the Batman. It was really, really fucking good. Yeah, I do have some sort of issues.
Boo!
Jesus Christ.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Hey, take it easy.
Whoa,
Y'all are just like your father.
when all these penguins waddle in here.
Yeah,
Why?
You don't know Spanish, you fucking idiot!
You're
Take
everything.
it easy, sweetheart.
You're everything they say and more, aren't you?
Damn.
Anywho, the Batman. Echoing similar things for what the other guys have said. At least live action, probably my favorite Batman movie. I'm giving it 4.5.
I saw that 4 stars before. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
That's all right.
I initially gave it 4 stars, but then the more I thought about it, I'm like, okay, yeah.
Which still isn't a bad score.
It's not a bad score, but it was
No.
so funny because that night we were looking at the reviews and I was like, oh, everybody gave it really good scores. And then like a few nights ago, I looked at it again. I was like, ha! I was like, Colt, fucking look at this. And I was like, fucking JoJo changed their review score, and Colt was like, fucking
Coward. Or
peer
something.
pressure.
Peer
Fucking
pressure.
peer pressure. No, I mean, you can change your score.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. But let's get really into it. Okay? My name.
I can't believe it's the unwelcome return of Win Shapiro.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I can't do a Ben Shapiro bit. Fucking sucks. Anyway, 5 out of 5. This is the most Batman thing since Batman, and I fucking loved it. Like, I was so tired. I was getting sleepy before the theater or before the movie, but then as soon as it started, I was wide fucking awake. I was wide awake, and I was up in my seat watching. Like, there were some stuff that kind of broke my immersion into it.
Oh, yeah, the crowd.
We'll discuss that
We'll
later.
discuss that.
But no matter what, I was fucking into it. Like holy shit. Like,
I got a boner a few times. Not just from attractive people, but from scenes.
because how fucking good they were. Like, I mean, beginning to end, it was just. I just remember now our funny end bit that me and Colt did.
Oh, yeah,
Really,
yeah.
we'll explain it later. It was. I mean, I'll save it, I guess, for our more in-depth thoughts. But it was so fucking Batman.
Yeah.
The thing is yeah, we've had Batman versus Superman, and then we had Nolan's Batman trilogy. But it's it just felt like we've been kind of deprived of some live action Batman for a bit.
Good
And some
live
good
action
live action Batman. And fuck yeah.
I can't believe it's been 10 years since we saw the last Batman.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Did you give your star rating?
5 stars.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it. Oh, sorry. That was loud.
All right, Shim.
I loved this movie so goddamn much, I want to have sex with it.
Yeah.
Whoa, take it easy over here.
Sex with the Batman. You heard it here
Takes
first.
it easy, sweetheart.
So, I loved it. It's everything I wanted from a Batman movie. It's all the issues I've had with previous Batman movies. This fixed them so much. I wanted it to be great, and after hearing the reviews, I thought it was going to be great, and then it exceeded those expectations. Before this, my favorite Batman movie was Batman Returns. I love Batman Returns. I still do think Batman Returns will be an easier rewatch as opposed to like a 3-hour detective film. Like, you can just throw Batman Returns on the screen and just go about your day.
I can do that with the Batman, though.
Well,
I'm pretty sure I can do that with the Batman.
No, what I mean is, like, when we turn on the Batman, you and I at least, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch it. It's not gonna be background noise. Batman Returns, great background noise, but also really good to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
We will not be able to background noise the Batman.
That's fair. I understand. that
It's a movie
completely.
that you have to sit there and watch
It demands your attention,
Yeah.
and it deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything about Pattinson was great. I loved Alfred, the dynamic there. The Penguin, Colin Farrell, was fantastic. Seeing John Turturro in a movie always makes me happy.
Yeah.
And he was fantastic. Even though I've always heard it pronounced Carmine Falcone, and they pronounce it Falcone, and that irritated me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always heard it Falcone. I was like, huh.
It's fine. Like, it's supposed to be pronounced Ra's al Ghul, but, Dark Knight Trilogy did it Raz. But that's how they animate it. It's just fine. It's a nitpick. It's whatever. It affects nothing. Paul Dano as the Riddler was fucking terrifying.
True.
I loved him.
Yep.
I loved Commissioner Gordon. I don't remember. Was it Jeffrey Wright?
Jeffrey Wright.
Thank
yes.
you. He's great. He's so good. Their whole back, like in the interrogation scene, that whole back and forth was fantastic.
Their
Like,
whole fucking back and forth was
Their
good.
rapport was phenomenal. There's nothing about this movie that was not 5 fucking stars.
But it has a little bit of light wokeness. I can't.
White privilege doesn't exist, actually. So I don't
That
know
was
why they
actually
brought
one
it
of Ben
up.
Shapiro's criticism was it was lightly woke. Like,
You mean that there was more than just white people, you racist dickbag, Shapiro?
man.
It didn't exactly
And, like,
portray cops in the best light either, which is absolutely fucked
Look,
up.
I'm not wishing ill on anyone, but if a vigilante dressed in a batsuit descended on Ben Shapiro's house, I would not be upset.
I would.
If there was a Batman-like person who just unleashed a Riddler-level beating on Ben Shapiro in Roblox,
Yeah. And also, this is a joke. We're joking.
Who are you?
Joke, obvious
I'm
joke.
vengeance.
That is impossible. You cannot be vengeance. You
You
don't
can't be a concept.
He would get to the word cannot, and then he'd be on the ground.
Yeah.
God, that movie, the first 5 minutes is so great with all the criminals looking into the dark shadow. I didn't think I'd like the voiceover narration, but fuck, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a noir detective movie with Batman. And not in the way that, like, I've always believed, and this is controversial, that The Dark Knight is just Heat with a Batman character. It is.
I hate
But-
that goddamn argument so much.
we will have a Batman discourse episode in the future. This is not the time for that.
But like, but the Batman is it's supposed to be a noir detective story. That's what Batman is. This is the most Batman to ever Batman.
And especially these early scenes, the scariest as fuck Batman has ever been.
Yeah, like at no point do you feel like, oh, this is Batman. He's a hero. I trust him. Even that, like, he's Batman. You know he's gonna be fine. But still, you're like, this motherfucker's crazy, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like 5 stars across the 5. If I could give it higher than 5 stars, I would.
6 stars at the Tokyo Dome.
1,939 stars.
I mean, it's easily right now favorite film of 2022. Like, easily probably one of the best films so far
Of the decade.
Of the decade.
It's at least tied for my favorite superhero movie of all time,
That's
Fuck.
fair.
That's fair.
with No Way Home.
That's fair.
Which to me, like, nostalgia bumped that one. This is just a quality fucking.
It's just
movie.
so fucking good.
And like, I don't like comparing it to animators like Into the Spider-Verse or Mask of the Phantasm because those are completely different beasts, really, than live action. But this movie's so fucking good. Why are you listening to us? If you haven't seen it, stop listening to this episode. Go watch it, then come back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, big brain idea. Listen to it while you watch
Why
the
do
movie.
you watch it? Yeah.
Don't do that. Watch the movie.
Hey,
Come back and listen to this.
as long as you're not disrupting other people's viewing experience.
As long as you're not recording it, talking, your phone fucking going off, you have a baby.
Yeah.
Or flashbanging the person right next to you with your phone brightness all the way up.
Which we will get to. We will have an airing of grievances section.
Or you
later
loudly
on.
shit your pants. That didn't happen. Just,
Only
courtesy.
lightly shit your pants. Canon. We
What?
smelled the doo doo.
I'm sorry. I can't make any promises.
So yeah, 5 stars.
5
You know what my
stars.
second favorite part of the movie was? The trailer for The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent,
It's pretty good.
which we will be covering on a future episode of Cage and Greatness.
Obviously.
Look forward to that in the latter part of April.
Yes.
Lastly, for me, it's hard to say what hasn't already been said. It's probably my favorite movie of the year so far. It sort of gave me what I always felt like I was looking for in a Batman movie, and it's just with the aesthetics, the directing, just the score, like literally everything. It's just like what I wanted. I did have a little tiny bit with the
my
pacing
God.
at the very end, but it's still heads and shoulders above so many other things. Not to disparage anything else that's come before. It's like this version is just so incredibly strong. It has such a unique vision and voice to it. And like I can't wait to watch it again. Although I will say I will probably have to watch it again because another criticism is there's a lot of whisper talking in this movie. And like for me, who's a little genetically unadvantaged when it comes to listening, I was really having to like squint and like struggle to hear what they were saying.
Just put fucking subtitles in your movies. All of
People
them.
hate reading, Wenzel. They hate little words at the bottom. It makes them feel bad.
It makes them feel bad. They see it, they're like, oh, I can't read.
I mean, Alabama is one of the most illiterate fucking states in the country.
Well,
That's why I don't use subtitles.
Oh, y'all don't use subs? Fuck you.
Look, if Pat's not in the room, why do I fucking need them?
Oh
Cole?
So you can know what they're
I
saying.
have I turn the volume up. I have
Cole,
working
look,
ears. No offense.
Wenzel's already bullied him into not having a Goodreads, and now you're doing this.
Well,
Look,
no.
I'm not
How
telling
am, I,
you.
how am I the weird one for not using subtitles? I don't need them.
Just because he can't read, you're yelling at him.
Foreign films? Yes, I need them.
Is that
You
where
speak
the-
English? I don't need.
Is the bit where you can't read come from because you don't have fucking subtitles on?
No, that's not the origin of it.
Okay.
I was about to say Tanner says the same fucking thing.
God, Tanner's a shithead.
like he's like if Pat's not here, if we don't have Pat with us, I don't watch with subtitles on. Like fuck.
Like, it doesn't break me if they're on, but I don't need them if I'm alone watching a movie.
Generally, I don't use subtitles either. There have been instances where, like for the Peacemaker TV show, there were a couple bits where it gets a little muddled with my particular TV and my room setup. So I put subtitles on just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
But see, it's the little things that matter. Put on subtitles so that more
you catch more
if
when you have
you
them
do
on.
catch more.
Yes, like squish.
Squish.
Or little
Which is a
conversations
bit
that happen in the
from-
background.
Or-
But
This
because
week's
I don't
Taste of Greatness.
believe that people are like, oh yeah, I 100% catch everything in the movie or the show without subtitles on. I do. Like no, you're a fucking liar and a fucking snake.
I will say I am pro subtitle argument, but to play devil's advocate,
Oh my god.
if the subtitles can also spoil shit too.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I
that's
guess.
that is a fair argument because there was a movie I was watching that the way it was going, it was like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen? And then the subtitles give it away. I was like, fuck me, never mind. There's no mystery now. So I do understand that, but also sorry, I'm still laughing about what I said earlier about being a fucking snake. That's a Euphoria reference for anybody listening. It's really fucking funny.
Also, make subtitles yellow so they'll stand out against like a certain background, especially if
Yeah,
it's like in a daylight scene.
Yeah,
I do agree with
but anyway, like because there's no way. Just throw on subtitles. Just throw on subtitles because there's no way you're catching everything.
That's why I support DVD releases like Zorro the Gay Blade and Last Action Hero. They don't have subtitles. No subtitles for you.
That's weird.
Fuck all of you
Yeah,
and your subtitles.
Like, that is weird, though. I don't understand why that's just not a standard thing on all physical releases.
Or probably
This is
because
weird
there's
to
like
me.
that's an older master that they just literally transposed to a newer format, so they're not updated in any way.
Criterion's Watership Down. No subtitles. Thickest fucking British accents ever. Can barely understand jack shit. And I'm just like, yeah, these rabbits, man. Fuck.
Just don't speak the
Like, goddamn, this.
What do you mean you can't understand the King's English?
And what really sucks too is that the author made his own rabbit language and they use it in the film.
What the
so
fuck?
it's like, why don't you have subtitles for this shit, motherfucker?
Just learn rabbit. Don't be a bitch.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
What are you, stupid or something?
Batman. We got to get back to the Batman.
Yeah. By the way, I gave Newbie 4.5 stars.
Oh yeah.
With that preamble out of the way, I think we can get into the more directed and purposeful discussion
The more
of the film.
cum-filled, grimy, greasy shit.
Because I will say, I was talking with Joe on the way home. This is probably the first version of a live-action Gotham City that I felt like I don't want to walk down the street.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to. I don't want to walk down the street in the daytime, let alone at night. And like there's just something about the way the film was made and how it shot. Like I kind of felt like there was like a residue on me. Like after watching it, like there's like a weird like film or like sepia just like kind of on me. It's like not like in a gross and a bad way. I kind of just felt like I guess it was just the feeling of the city that was kind of imparted from the film. It's like I just kind of felt something was like on me after I left, like which is a really interesting feeling. Yeah, you don't really get that a lot.
You know, it's funny you say that because I felt the same way when I watched Batman and Robin the first time, except that felt like there was body glitter on me.
I mean,
And your nipples were hard.
Yeah, and on the outside of my shirt for some reason.
Yeah.
That's a bit for later. But yeah, what did everybody else think about sort of like the more specific things about the film?
I think this is the scariest Batman movie. I think it is.
It's like Gotham is even dark in the daytime in this universe, for God's sakes. I mean, there are bits in the film that are obviously in the daylight, but still, it's. I think more so like early morning hours. I'm guessing at least, or like sunset time as well.
Like dusk and dawn.
And like it's just like first of all, the movie is also very dark. Like in the theater itself, like it's a very dark movie, but it fits the tone. It's good. Gotham, like Pat said, it's fucking creepy. It feels like a fucking monster and entity in itself. Like it will swallow you whole if you don't look both ways. Okay.
And like the thing, that, like one of the tensest moments from like the early parts, so and they sort of like reinsert it throughout. It's like you'll just get a shot of like a dark, empty hallway, and you're just like a fur bone, like you know it what the Batman's gonna strode out, and it's just like. Fuck, like Matt Reeves, if you're listening, girl, make a horror movie.
Okay. Matt Reeves did make a horror movie, Cloverfield.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not fully horror.
it's like sci-fi.
Not the same horror. I see what you're saying. More like probably more thriller, maybe more grounded if you want to say grounded. Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, grounded as much as a kaiju movie could be, but
No, I'm saying like if you want to make like a grounded horror, like have Matt Reeves make like a more grounded horror, I guess is maybe what you're probably suggesting.
Show us the Batman's penis in the next movie.
Yes.
I'd be so scared.
Yeah.
It's called The Batman Damned. That might happen.
Well, because like the first time you see the Riddler in this movie is scary because like you see the guy that he's sort of following standing in a darkened room watching TV, and he moves and you just see the TV reflected off the frame of his glasses, and you're just like, oh fuck.
Chilling shit.
Riddler is there and he's just fucking waiting. It's
and he looks like a slasher too.
I thought Riddler was cheesy before this. I've never seen anything other than like the Jim Carrey Riddler pictures. I haven't even seen the movie he was in. I just thought he was a loser, nerd, fucking idiot. But
Get you some good runs, man.
I'm down to
There's
read.
some good Riddler stuff out there.
But this Riddler, he was scary and 4chan back 8chan loser as hell.
Okay, I gotta. Sorry, I have so much to say about this film, but I gotta back up a little bit. The film, like many people say, this film is fucking grimy. It's fucking greasy, and it's fucking dark. It's fucking gothic, and Gotham, like you said, it's like it seems so just unreal, and at the same like it feels so hard, like industrial. And that was something I loved about this film was its architecture. It's like fucking Art Deco. That shit is sick, and it really fits. It really fits that dark, creamy vibe. And that fucking beginning, that intro, where it was like there's a fucking dark alley, and it's like, is he there? Like, have no fucking idea. But then it's like, there's a fucking doorway that's dark. Is he there? No idea. But then it finally gets to Batman beating the absolute living fucking shit out of some thugs. Again, Gotham seems like the worst fucking city to be in. Like, and anytime I hear characters, like, because there's been several media where like characters will move out of Gotham and go somewhere else, and they'll be like, why don't we just move back to Gotham? Like, no, don't move back to Gotham. Why don't you move to fucking Springfield, Illinois? How about that?
Literally anywhere else.
Anywhere else. Nowhere else. Do not go there.
It's like in the cartoon where you see like the two paths. One is like rainbows and flowers. The other's like they're like thunder clouds and storm. Like there's just like a perpetual like rain cloud on Gotham. Everywhere else bright and sunny.
Like honestly, during the day scenes in this movie, it was always overcast.
Yeah. Like, and I think that's what's like. That's Gotham. I mean, Gotham in the name sounds, dark, gothic, and
I've never seen a bright Gotham.
I don't know. I think Nolan's Gotham was kind of bright, I guess.
It still felt dark.
Although some people said Nolan's Gotham is kind of just Chicago.
Yeah.
It's like the sun existed in that.
So much horror. Like, not only with the Riddler, because it's probably, again, somewhere else you've seen everywhere, is that the Riddler is based off of the Zodiac Killer and, like, domestic terrorism, because, spoiler again, he's a domestic terrorist.
This is the spoiler cast.
And, like, oh, man, Paul Dano does a fucking phenomenal job. And that very beginning, like you said, when he's just sitting there, not fucking moving, like, you can even like, Paul Dano does a great job, because it's like Riddler is sitting there and he's like, he's not hesitating, but he's just looking around, like, you just see his fucking eyes moving, and it's like, oh shit, he doesn't see me. It's like, you can tell, like, fuck, he's really gonna fucking, like, relish in this kill.
Yeah, and then right before he hits him, he just makes the
He
most
screams.
It's like ungodly, like hellish noise. It's like
He was acting like not a professional. That's the thing with Batman as well. He wasn't acting professional because it's early years of Batman. But Riddler, he was like his first time. He's like the weirdo that obsesses over true crime, and he's finally acting it out.
Yeah.
And he was not efficient in killing that man. He took a long time to kill him.
He took
And plus he dropped that.
he literally
that
dropped the
implement that he was
fucking
beating
murder
him to death
weapon,
with.
and then there's the great part where he's like taking out the duct tape and he's like breathing, like like it's over, but like it's just like this fucking release, and it's
that adrenaline high is like he's still like calming down from it.
yeah, it's so fucking good. And like, not only like from the horror or the terror that Batman instills on criminals, but then whenever Batman finally like fucking enters into, not the light, but like with all the cops and stuff, again, Batman, they do such a good job of like having a presence, like of being
just a big quiet man just breathing heavily, just staring at everything.
Just a guy fucking dressed up like a bat, and like it's so good because everybody's like, look, this fucking psycho fucking freak, and
they'll
it's
talk
like,
to him and he's like,
but then it was so funny too because like oh man, that really good scene where the son was the one who found his dad was killed by the Riddler, and Batman's just staring at him, and Jeffrey Wright, Commissioner Gordon's like, we need to go, man. Like,
no, he's like, hold on, play Nirvana. I will say that was a great song choice because I've been listening to it on fucking repeat.
Yeah,
that whole album fucking slaps.
me and Colt were talking, and it's just, I know I've said some shit before, but like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Nirvana.
Yeah, I like Nirvana.
Nirvana is fucking good, so whatever I've said, just dismiss it.
I was pranking.
Oh man, but I would be lying if I said that song has not been on repeat in my head for like a week straight now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Just that, like, the score in this movie was just fucking fantastic.
The music is so good. Batman's theme. It's so fucking good.
It kind of has like a kind of a stylistic kind of callback to like Danny Elfman, but it also has like a more modern kind of grittier edge to it as well. This is as cartoony, but it's like definitely like, this. It almost kind of reminds me of what was the name of the composer for the animated series?
Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman.
Not for the animated series, right?
The one drawn by Bruce Timm. And
All of
Danny
them.
Elfman did this one, didn't he?
wow.
Did he?
He did all the Batmans.
He did this Batman score.
Wait,
I don't have my phone. I'm not.
we're fact checking this right now.
This is Michael Judge. How do I pronounce his fucking name?
Oh, Michael Giacchino.
Oh, he did the score for Batman?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. My bad. But you were right, though. It sounded like Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
Or callback to Danny Elfman style.
Oh yeah, before we progress super far, the opening scene where it was the spotlight and you saw all the criminals running because they were worried, where the fuck's Batman? That means Batman's out prowling. I got to get the fuck out of here. Badass scene. I fucking love
It's
that.
so good. I cannot stop thinking about it. Like it does justice so well. And I was telling Colt this because I didn't realize it either. But like if you look at the blurb for like the synopsis for this Batman, it says that this is his second year being Batman. And it's like, oh shit. Like, yeah, this is a very reckless, very young Batman. And that's where some of my criticisms I see people say, I'm like, well, you're fucking stupid because, you know, they're like, oh, why is this, you know, what's up with this Batman? Why is he this way? Blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, because this is literally his second year being fucking Batman.
Have you ever heard of tension, my friend? It's like, while we're already talking about he's new as Batman, the best example, in my opinion, in this movie was when he's, I think he's running away from the cops. And he like got on the roof, and he knows he's gonna have to jump, and he has the look on his face like, oh, that's the first time I'm doing this. and it's also cool because he's not like using his cape here. He like fucking pulls a string, and this wingsuit just drapes over him, and then he just fucking goes.
And he does not make a perfect escape.
The Mezco 112 Batman action figure comes with the wingsuit.
Oh, that's sick.
Dangle it on some fishing wire on the roof.
But I will say that's one of the things I liked about Batman in this movie is because one of the complaints I have in some stories of Batman is he's just too good at everything.
Yeah.
To the point where there's no tension in the story. It's like we know he's gonna like Deus Ex Bruce Wayne-iest
just be
his way out
just be
of it.
an absolute master genius, throwing gadgets, saving the the person or whatever.
Do you know why?
Because he's Batman.
You're right.
Batman. And sometimes that can be fun, but sometimes like it can just suck any tension out of the scene. But like, man, did fucking Batman eat some shit.
No,
Yeah,
that's what I fucking loved about this is that like, yeah, Batman is badass still. He can kick some ass, but like he gets his ass kicked. There's like twice in the movie where he gets fucking knocked out basically. Yeah. And he's imperfect, you know? I mean, shit gets messed up, shit happens. And yeah, he's not Superman, he's not Wonder Woman, he's not the Flash, he's Batman.
But he's also so smart.
Yes.
They made him a detective. Like, actually, not just hacking your cell phones.
No.
He's a detective. Like, he just knows shit.
He's the world's greatest detective.
Supposed to be.
And that's another thing I loved about this film is you feel that. Like, I mean, literally, people are throwing out riddles, and he's just like, yeah, I know the answer to that riddle.
He doesn't know fucking Spanish.
And it was so funny, too. He doesn't. But I was telling Cole.
Are you fucking stupid?
I was telling Cole, like, yeah, if somebody asked me these fucking riddles, I'd be dead.
Yeah,
I'd fuck up.
I'd say, take me out. I can't do this.
I've never been good at riddles.
Like,
I'm
just
in.
It's like, imagine me with, like, the Batman mask, and then they're asking me a riddle. I'm like,
Poop cock fart ball.
I'm like, oh, fuck.
I do appreciate this much more sinister edge to the Riddler because like he's always had no big crazy scheme and then like something
Goofy.
happens, but like just like almost jigsaw like edge to like how like there's the DA who got captured and he has like this bomb collar on and like he has like a phone like taped to his hand and he has to like figure out this trick in like so many seconds and like the Riddler is sort of breaking into all these little government institutions like leaking like all this like sensitive information about the city and about these specific high-ranking individuals to expose the seedy. I mean the seedy underbelly like it needs to be exposed. Like sort of like
But kind of causing chaos.
breaking into the like already thin veneer of the government and I guess order in the city. Be like, hey, I know this is a dark and dirty city, and it's time to stop pretending that it's anything but. And like his whole scheme to exposing that. And I did like how the progression of events, how they're going through all these big name people, and we get to Bruce Wayne, and like it's separate. Like Bruce Wayne has to like, I'm in danger, but also still try to figure it out, and like from two different perspectives, as like his human self, and his costume version.
Yeah.
And probably one of my favorite aspects about Bruce Wayne in this version is like we said, he's not perfect, and he's still very much like struggling, and we just see like this very socially inept version of Batman, or Bruce Wayne rather. How like, and plus it makes sense if he's so focused on fighting crime and like taking out all these like bad like dudes in town, like he's not concerned about keeping up appearances or like knowing how to interact with people, because like there's so many times where he's like out in public, people are talking directly at him, he just like doesn't respond and doesn't acknowledge what they're saying. He's like this like weird awkward dude, and I feel like I'm glad that we have this different version. We always have this very like popular, outgoing playboy, and like to see this version of him that's like very socially or very it kind of reminds me of the Robert Pattinson meme where he's like in the jumpsuit and has like this scrunch that looks in his face. I mean, it's a joke, but like that's kind of how he is in the movie, and it's a really refreshing take.
Yeah, and especially when he's around like a crowd or a group of people, like he does have this like very intimidating presence, but it's also kind of like very like introvert, like.
He seems very approachable. For someone that's more friendly towards introverted people, I feel like I could approach him. But not normal Bruce Wayne. I'm too intimidated by that. But this one, I feel like I could.
It's like for the most part. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say he's a shut-in.
Yeah.
It's like for the most part, this is the. I mean, yes, he comes off as the most approachable Bruce Wayne, but like he's at least in my eyes in live action, it's the first ever like awkward and like non-playboy Bruce Wayne we've ever had. He's just like, yeah, I'm here. My last name's Wayne. So what?
Yeah. Yeah, my parents are dead. Fuck.
And criminals.
I'm also emo.
Allegedly.
I love listening to Screamo.
And I love lean.
And I love going to parties in my new jumpsuit.
God, this Batman did look like he really loved lean.
This another criticism I see, and I completely disagree with, is people are like, oh, I don't like this Bruce Wayne. This isn't Bruce Wayne or whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, this is, again, a different fucking take. Yeah. And also, too, if we're thinking about, like, timeline-wise, it's like this is a younger Batman, younger Bruce Wayne, so this one is more shut-in, more emo, more, awkward.
They also kept the door open to have him grow into the Bruce Wayne we know by the new mayor coming like, Mr. Wayne, your parents did a lot for the city. You could do a lot for the city, too. I don't know, some sort of foundation, maybe named after you, Mr. Wayne. Wayne Foundation. Wayne Foundation, Mr. Wayne. I know we're the funeral, but Wayne Foundation.
Like, throughout the movie, there's all of that. Like, there's in there where I'm trying to think. It's either Alfred or somebody, more than likely Alfred, I'm pretty sure, is like, you need to be Bruce Wayne as well, because Bruce Wayne is a character, a part you have to play as well.
That was Alfred, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, it's something you have to keep up with. And by the end of the film, it's like he realizes that. I mean, there's a lot of growth and character development that's like, fuck, Matt, you motherfucker, this is good.
I can't believe you made this character three-dimensional and he has an arc over the course of 3 hours. Incredible, right?
And fucking incredible.
Crazy. My favorite part, honestly the part that I like the most, and this is the one that was most important to me, is the no-kill rule. We've actually finally have a Batman with an established no-kill rule. Not with loopholes. Christian Bale, I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you. Fuck off with that. I hated that part. Now, like, there's arguments to be made with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, not the flat-out murder that he commits in those movies.
There's arguments to be made that it's not as bad as it seems. Like when he
dynamite in a dude's pants.
Okay, look, the dynamite.
Nerds are awfully quiet when it comes to those movies. As much as I love the Burton films,
no, where y'all at?
Here's the thing with that one is that's so cartoony that it could absolutely, like, you would not be surprised to see that large muscly man pop up out of the hole with like soot stains on his face and then just breathe smoke and pass out.
He's dead.
All right.
He's
Well, what about
dead.
I'm saying? What about the Michael Keaton where he pulls out a shotgun and robs an old couple at gunpoint?
Does that happen?
No, it doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's like, and again, still with returns, there's a moment where he like takes his Batmobile and just moves it up slowly turns it around and just looks in his rearview mirror, turns on his fucking boosters, and sets a baddie on fire.
Look, that bad guy was the fire breather. They were in snow. He could stop, drop, and roll easily.
He's dead.
I mean,
He's totally
there's
died.
a lot of pedantry happening over like the other movies,
I'm
but
just saying, the Keaton stuff, it can be
totally
argued that they didn't maybe die. And then like Val Kilmer and George Clooney, like Val Kilmer just killed Two-Face. He just straight up murdered him.
Yeah.
Like fuck that guy, he's dead.
you mean Purple Joker.
Purple Joker.
And Green Joker.
Yeah, not Green Joker, Purple Joker. half
Also,
Purple
I will
Joker.
say it came from a tweet, and I do think it's funny as fuck that the Batman is the de-yassification of the Riddler.
Okay.
'Cause we went from this nice little cartoony flamboyant Joker, now we just have some fucker in a raincoat. I don't know. It kind of lacks culture.
And then you got Christian Bale, who, again, like most of the time it's like, I don't want to use guns or kill people. Like, great. Except that one time you just leave Liam Neeson to be blown up in a subway car. That feels like cheating. And then Batfleck just straight up murders people just because it's Tuesday, time to go kill it.
He fucking holds up an M60 and shoots a flamethrower.
Man, I just love killing.
Now, to be
There we go, killing again.
To be fair, it was badass, but yeah.
Yeah, it would have been great if it wasn't fucking Batman.
Yeah, so Pattinson is the only Batman in live action that's not a murderer.
I don't know.
I
That interstate is fucking
People
bloody.
There are
definitely
people dead
died
there.
during
People
that
died in
interstate
that.
sequence.
But he'll be like, it wasn't me. It was the penguin. I didn't kill that family of 3 that crashed into that
Okay,
explosion
now to be
tanker.
fair, it was kind of the penguin, but he should have stopped him.
Yeah.
There was no visible death.
Yeah, because they were fucking
That fucking
atomized.
truck exploded.
It's Gotham. They were probably criminals.
That's not fucking right.
They took the deleted scene out where Pattinson shoved dynamite in another bad guy's pants and blew him.
No, yeah, the movie was running a little long, so Matt Reeves had to cut the scene where everybody in the freeway stepped out of their cars. It's like, whew, that was a close one.
I'm just saying, I appreciate the no-kill rule because it's
Yeah.
important to Batman.
Yeah.
Like in Kingdom Come, one of my favorite books by my favorite writer, Mark Waid, he actually has Superman pleading with Batman, like, hey, everything's gone to hell because it's the end of the world. Please come help me. And Superman even says to him, more than anyone in the world, when you scratch everything else away from Batman, you're left with someone who doesn't want to see anybody die. And that's the truth. That's Batman.
Yeah.
And to have a Batman who actively tells Jim Gordon, no guns. He's like, and Gordon's like, motherfucker, I'm a cop. And then when Catwoman kicks the one guy over the side of the building, and he leaves, like, nope, we're gonna save him.
Yeah.
So it was nice. And then at the end, when he's like, I need to be a symbol of hope. Don't expect Batman to say that shit in the movie, but I was very happy to hear it.
Yeah. No, it was great. Like, the pinnacle of his character development is when he's helping those people out of the building. But then also too, when one of the Riddler's I guess henchmen, if you want to say it, was like, I'm vengeance. And it's like, well, fuck. It's like, like I've created a symbol, but like it can easily be, co-opted or used against me.
That was right after he almost brutally beat to death that henchman.
Which was fucking...
I don't kill, but I'll make you
Almost.
want to kill yourself.
Almost.
And it was badass. It was badass.
I won't kill you, but I don't have to not maim you.
Yeah, and granted, that was the epic beatdown that was featured in the first trailer that we got. The trailer that I watched probably 9 fucking times when it first came out. But unfortunately, I did miss that iconic scene this time because of some fuckheads down the way from us. We said we would talk about it. I don't know when we were planning on talking about it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll get back into some more discussion, and there might be some airing of grievances.
Vengeance.
Same
Hang
bat
tight.
time, same bat channel.
Yeah, immediately after the jump. Welcome back. Part 2 of some Bat Talk. Just sitting here gabbing with my best gals about this here Batman flick.
Am I a best gal?
Well, of course you are.
Aw.
So, here we are getting back into it.
Where the fuck did we leave off? Oh, I will say though, me and Cole had a blast because at the very end there's a really good part where I know we're kind of skipping ahead, but I just have to say our bit.
Yes.
So me and Cole were watching, and there's the end part where Catwoman's like, oh, you belong to somebody else because the bat signal lights up. And then Batman's, driving away on his motorcycle. And then me and Cole were like, oh, damn, he's going to get that sloppy toppy from fucking Gordon. And then he speeds up as we say that. It's like, oh, fuck, he's really horny.
Now, see, during the Catwoman and Batman motorcycle and their different light direction, the only thing I can think of was that one bit from the Fast and Furious, where Vin Diesel and Paul Walker characters drive off of two roads and that's that song playing.
Cole just leans over to me and whispers, "This is our Paul Walker." Like, fuck. It was so good. And but that does remind me though, I really did enjoy Gordon and Batman's
love making
dynamic. It was just the best duo ever, especially when there's a scene where
they fucked on the bat signal.
Yeah, they fucked on the bat signal, and in the light, you see just their splooge just go, like the shadow of it. I know. Whenever Batman gets knocked the fuck out, because oh my god, the fucking bomb goes off, gets knocked the fuck out. He's in the police station. All the cops are surrounding him. Hit some fucking cops, hell yeah. And then Gordon's like, give us the room. And he's just like, you're gonna have to hit me. Batman does not hold back.
God,
Just fucking yeet. And then even Gordon says, you could have pulled your punch just a little bit. Like, it's so fucking good.
Oh, just to backtrack a little bit, that fucking interrogation room scene was so good because they're like surrounding them. They're like, nobody knows who the Batman is. So they're talking, and then this one dickhead cop just said, "Fuck it, let's just." Well, but he doesn't say "fuck it" because the one F-bomb in this movie was dropped way early in this film. But he goes to snatch the cowl, and then fucking Bruce Wayne wakes up immediately, just like no, but just in a rage, that was so fucking rad.
It's so fucking good.
Like all those cops was like in a room full of dudes that are fucking strapped. They were all terrified.
That's how it made it so good because it's like, it'd be like, fuck, would it be kind of cool to see Batman go ham in just a mob of cops right now? It'd be kind of sick. But incredible. In fucking incredible.
I did think it was cool how in kind of like each hour you kind of get like a different dynamic because in the first hour or so you get Batman and Catwoman working together to figure out this one part of the story, and in the next part you get Gordon and Batman together, and I do appreciate that it doesn't feel like you're losing time with Batman to strengthen his supporting cast because you get enough of him doing his own thing, figuring out the plot, but still have enough left over for his supporting cast to buttress everything he does and be a really incredible asset to him.
Yeah.
This is probably the most involved that I can think of top of my head that Gordon has been with Batman because when they go to kind of tail the Penguin to this big shipping yard and when Gordon's right there in the firefight, it's and kind of figuring out the clues when he went to the abandoned orphanarium. And it's oh wow, this is really cool to see Gordon be a detective too, because that's kind of what he is as well.
Yeah, he's not a commissioner yet. He's a
lieutenant.
Lieutenant Gordon. Yeah, so young Gordon as well. Fucking great. Seeing, we've already said again, it's a noir detective story, and seeing Batman be a fucking detective, but also seeing these different, I guess you can say storylines, but they're all connected. You have the Riddler serial killer case, and then you have the mob, which is that's what really sold I was already sold in the movie, but that's really because with the past movies you have these larger than life villains basically, even though they're very much not on the same level of gods or aliens or whatever. You have Joker, Riddler, of course, Two-Face, Killer Croc even. And then you have the Nolan trilogy where even then the villains were they're just grounded, but they again larger than life. Ra's al Ghul, Joker, Bane, Scarecrow, and then all the past Batman films. But in this, it's you introduce probably the very low of the low tier in terms of impact, and that is the mafia, the mob. And and I mean, it's not anything new for Batman, but it's cool to bring that back because this reminded me very much. And I should also say too about when he swaps from Bruce Wayne and Batman and he goes to the same places constantly. That's what I love too, because it's kind of like backtracking, but in a really good way. And that's also what I loved about this movie is that it reminded me of the fucking video games.
Yeah.
Because I got so many good vibes from this for like Asylum and for Arkham City. It reminded me so much of that because like, you know, it has, again, these villains, but it also has some hints towards the mob and stuff like that. But like it felt like again, Batman is not perfect. Especially this young Batman, shit happens, and you know he can't stop everything. And again, that's fucking what makes it so fucking good. Especially when the fucking city floods, because it's like oh shit, couldn't fucking stop that.
Because I will say that even though there's a crescendo where Batman's like fighting off the Riddler army, and he's kind of saved the day, quote quote, like he stopped the army, but then I remember like feeling my heart hit the bottom of my stomach when the floodwaters bust through the auditorium door. Then it killed it, like it washes people away, it kills people, and then you just see like, oh fuck, he won, but he still kind of lost. Like he was able to save some people, but still like having like this huge like victory followed by this immediate loss. It's like fuck, you really see like how grand the Riddler scale was, and to like the Batman can't stop everything. Like he says as much, I can't be everywhere, I can't stop everything, but to have like such a visceral example of like his power and his ability only goes so far.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a great moment, but also it's followed by another like really great moment of him leading the people, like beautiful shot too, of him leading the survivors out of the wreckage with that torch, like him being like the light in the darkness, and then him realizing in that moment like there's more to his job than just beating the fuck out of bad guys. It's like actually helping people and showing that empathy, because a lot of times that empathetic part of Batman is sort of overlooked, and I feel like that's just a dichotomy of his character, how he's just like this ruthless crusader, but also like he has this compassion about him. That's why he doesn't kill people. He's like, as evil as they are, he still thinks they can be redeemed, or you know, death is not it's the easy way out to like stop a villain.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I mean, really, like when you feel that fucking disaster hits, again, I felt this in the fucking games, especially when people, you know, when shit happens in the games, when people die, when you can't like save everybody, it's like you know, you fucking want to break glass, like punch the glass, like I mean, God.
It felt like the Riddler won, even though he didn't. He actually, I feel like his goals were met. He met his big goal was to fuck up all the leadership and try to get, I don't know if it was necessarily his main goal, but get like these new leadership in which we're going to see that in maybe the next movie.
But even then, when the mayor who did get elected, they even tried to assassinate her too. You know,
and he made a friend.
He made a friend. Who?
It was the Joker. He met the Joker at the fucking asylum. It was the Joker.
So
played by Druid.
Apparently, there's a deleted scene that the director's talked about. He wants to like release soon, of Batman going to talk to the not yet Joker,
Barry Keoghan.
Yes, to like, and he walks in like, well, it's almost our anniversary, isn't it? So like, he's not the Joker yet, but they've already met. And he's like Hannibal Lecter style, trying to get into the mind of the Riddler.
All right, that was another, again, very dark scene. Who is that actor again?
Barry Keoghan. He
I'm gonna see a face.
plays Druig in Eternals. He's in Dunkirk in The Green Knight. He's in The Killing of a Sacred Deer.
I'm pulling up his face for
Dunkirk. He was, I want to say he was the kid, kind of, quote, the kid on the boat who like.
So the dude was like, "We gotta go to Dunkirk." It was that kid.
I think so.
Wait a minute! I could have sworn I saw him. I could have sworn he was a valet in a shot of the Batman.
No. So whenever we were watching this movie and during the credits roll, it was like Barry Keoghan pops up, and me and Colt look at each other like, "What?" like, fuck. Because whenever we're first given this taste of Joker, it's kind of like they don't give too much away, but like they give enough to say like, oh, this is the Joker, but like, you know, there's not a lot still established. Like, it's kind of
We saw his face, and it did look more like the comic Joker.
The idea that the director has talked about is that he was born with a deformity that gave him a permanent smile. And like they announced that he was in the movie months ago, but they said he was a cop.
Yeah, I saw that, which I was like, fuck, good job.
I do think it's interesting that at least from my end of Twitter and online verse, that there were some people who weren't crazy about that scene. They said it felt like it was the most studio mandated. Like if it didn't feel like it was necessary. Like for me personally, I kind of feel like, I mean, I personally didn't feel like we didn't need this because like their story is already so strong that we don't need, you know, like the carrot on the stick of Joker. Like,
Yeah,
to
I
me,
agree.
like,
Yeah, I agree.
and it felt like, you know, somehow, even though Batman's movies have never failed in the box office, people just like, oh, we got to have the Joker in there, and it kind of felt like a little studio add-on, you know, whether Matt Reeves intended it from the beginning. But you know, obviously, the scene is so small; it doesn't detract from the movie.
And also, and hear me out. You know, the scene is super small. He put it in there, and Matt Reeves has said like, no, it's not a tease for something in the future. I just thought it would be fun to show that the world is beginning to be established. And also, they're working on a horror-style Arkham Asylum TV show. So hear me out. What if Joker Arkham Horror Show?
I mean, there's already like it's funny to see how there's multiple spin-offs in production for this
just
already.
Just the two.
Hey, that's more than one, so that's multiple.
That's multiple.
That's multiple.
Penguin got greenlit today, actually.
Yeah.
Ordered to series.
And there's a lot of talk I see that people, I mean, including myself, where like Matt Reeves and I think Robert Pattinson talked about interest for the next Batman to be like the villain would be the Court of Owls, which
That would be cute.
which I think is a great segue. Is that I really appreciated how they found a really natural way to like pick a lot of really nice moments from multiple different Batman stories and weave them together very
Yeah.
naturally, because from the Court of Owls there's a bit where when the Riddler's just like disseminating the Wayne secret history, how like Martha would spend time in and out of mental institution. That's from Court of Owls. And when Riddler floods the city and sort of like destabilizes, that's from Scott Snyder's Zero Year storyline. And like all this, like this really nice little like Long Halloween. That was like that's from the earlier part.
There's a
of the
lot that's
Yeah.
taken from Batman Earth 1 too by Jeff Johns.
and there was a little tease of Hush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just big words, hush.
Hush.
And I remember seeing that they are releasing like a box set of the trades that the movie directly pulls from.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
you know they have. I mean, I already have all of them at the shop individually. It's just a cardboard box with those exact trades shoved in.
Yeah, it's just like a very specific, deliberate packaging. And
It's a cash grab, I tell you.
you mean to tell me that Batman is not one of the most popular like forms of media and franchises and
It's very
properties of all time?
Absolutely not.
It's very
Everybody
indie,
loves Spawn.
very rustic.
Yeah, a little indie hero. You might not have heard of him. But I think it's a really great world that they built from the disparate stories, and having like the descends of the Wayne family, because Batman sort of deifies his family, and then you see like, hey, they're not squeaky clean.
Yeah. I mean, and you see that in the comics where, like, even if there is, like, a stain on his family, it's like, at the very end, he's like, oh, well, that stain has been cleaned because it's not true or something. And in this situation, it's like, well, it's partly true, you know? I mean, but it's not about them, you know? I mean, sins of a father don't get passed on to the son, obviously, which, oh, fuck. I'm trying to think now. I was trying to think where I was going to go with that. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to talk about other cool shit too.
I got a boner.
I was about to say the fucking whenever Batman's kind of showdown with Penguin happens, where Batman just gets fucking lit up and then he like plays dead, and then the fucking car starts.
I was hard as a rock. That was my favorite scene.
That
in the whole
like I
movie.
was so fucking gagged because not only do they make a car fucking scary, because like you hear like an engine wind up, but it sounds like a scream.
It's a
Yeah.
jet engine. It's 100% a jet engine.
And then when the car lights up, I shit.
It's so fucking good, especially like with Penguin being so fucking scared, but he's also like, "You fucking psycho, I got you, like, oh, you dumb fuck, you did not get him. Oh, and then the scene that you see in all the trailers where Batman's like walking and the shit's on fire, good. But what made that even fucking better is when he gets to the car and then he bends down. Fucking hysterical. Like, I was telling Colt this, but this movie, because I'm trying to think, it's either Robert Pattinson or Matt Reeves said in an interview where like this movie doesn't have like humor written into it. It's just kind of naturally funny, I guess. It just kind of, and yeah. It's kind of funny because every time, like at times, Batman will look badass, intimidating, but then at times when I look at him and the way his head moves or with how his suit looks, I just start fucking laughing.
Or like when he glides off a building and eats all of the shit ramming into the
Fucking just smashes into fucking lights, and it's like how can that not be fucking funny? That's so good.
I also, again, with that wingsuit shot, it's almost like a GoPro was attached to his head, but just
Yeah.
how like it was framed. He literally looked like on top of the fucking shot.
Yeah.
And it looked like it looked real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he's just like, oh fuck, I'm fucking
Like,
going there.
oh shit, we're doing this.
Like if they had his internal monologue there, like the narration, it just would have been fuck, 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 fuck.
just be Bruce. Just be like, this is my first time doing
Let's
this.
not glance over like I mean, we've talked about it, but goddamn, Colin Farrell as the Penguin, like just almost unrecognizable, like just fantastic makeup in that one. Like I think he told a story in an interview. Like he even like rolled up in a Starbucks during shooting, and nobody knew who the fuck.
Yeah, like once he got it all handed out, he went to a Starbucks to test how realistic it was, and he said he got a lot of looks like, "Oh, that dude's scarred as fuck," not, "Oh, that dude's wearing a shitload of makeup."
Fuck.
Again, like,
I got too much shit on me.
Did
I
he
can't
order?
breathe.
He should order the drink. It's like, what's your name? Oz. Like, fuck.
I really like how the Penguin referred to himself casually as Oz, because his name's Oswald Cobblepot. And I feel like I don't remember him like being that sort of like casual with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was. I mean, I assume he's British, but in this he's
Walking here.
just the wise guy.
just a wise guy.
He's
I don't
Tony
think
Soprano.
he's always been.
No.
I know the Arkham games portrayed him as.
Yeah, no, the Arkham games were the first time he was British.
Oh, okay.
Nolan North. Bravo, Nolan
Yeah,
North.
very
Did a really
nice.
good job.
Good job.
But yeah, like John Turturro as Carmine Falcone, or Coney, however you like it, I suppose. Like again, like Shimmy said earlier, just a fucking blessing in everything he's in.
Ooh.
Just such a treat.
Performance was so fucking good.
Yes.
Like,
And it was
yeah.
also just very like subtle too. Like,
Yes.
he never. I don't remember. He got loud like towards the end, but like before, like the shit popped off, he was just always just calm, cool, collected.
And still dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's like he's a gangster, fucking mafia, but you can't touch him. You can't fucking touch him.
Yeah, no, like he's standing there like, look, if you take a swing at me, I'll take a punch, but then you die. So I'm just gonna be a shithead. You're gonna stand there and deal with it.
And then that fucking great scene where Oz is like, "You fucking rat!" Oh god, that was so fucking good. Like just all like, oh man, yeah. Did a good job.
Did we mention the movie's really good?
The movie's so fucking good. Oh, and then the fucking I guess you can say interrogation scene or talk scene between Batman and Riddler. Fucking spectacular as well, especially Riddler like going just like no.
I saw a lot of people saying how that scene made them uncomfortable, or they said it was cringy whenever the Riddler started singing. I thought it was creepy. I
thought it
mean,
was creepy. Yeah.
I thought that was the point.
Yeah, for real. And then oh man, it was so good. You see it in the trailers, but I just love it when like it finally like culminates to where Batman's like, "What have you done?" as he punches the fucking glass. Oh,
Because I think that what's kind of makes the Riddler kind of dangerous is that you have like this very scary like outward persona of like this costume that's like this almost looks like a movie built like a slasher, but then you see underneath it has like this boyish face, and like it just completely belies that he's just this incredibly dangerous person, because in the movies basically like this 4chan like Twitter incel, where like he's like he's just like this little shit that has like been it's sort of just been like galvanized by some bullshit in real life, and he's then like turned other people to his side, which is what happens with hate groups online. It's like this shitty, maladjusted person who's just like this pathetic little nerd. He like metamorphosizes into like this incredibly dangerous person, and by extension, an incredibly dangerous group.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the scariest part, because we've all met 3 or 4 shitheads like that.
Yes.
At least 3 or 4.
Idolatry.
Another thing about the movie that was funny, I found, was with the Riddler, is that whenever he's talking to the public, he's like, do not lie, I am angry. But when he's talking to his followers, he's like, thanks, guys, for following. Bring your
my
ARs,
God,
get your shotguns.
Okay, it was
Like and
so.
subscribe.
Yes, whenever.
Can we get F's in chat for the Batman?
hit that notification bell for next riddle.
Yeah, so like anytime he puts
This
out.
Batman's not poggers.
Anytime he puts out his fucking videos, he uses like a voice changer or some
Yeah.
shit. But then like when he's just like when you get to hack his shit and like see like the real, he's like, hey guys, thanks for all the support.
Would you call that a bit of theatricality? A bit of deception, would you?
That's actually
Like
that's actually
a
really
good
fucking
bang.
good. That's good.
And it just shows that like all these evil villains in the world, like they're not like these badass like mythologized like characters. Like the real villains of the world are just like
Stupid
essentially
nerds.
normal people that gotten into to shitty shit.
But with this though, again like most Batman villains feel kind of like larger than life villains, but this kind of like brings it down to like a bunch of fucking psychopaths and serial killers and fucking losers. And
Those are the real villains in the real world. They're
Yeah.
all fucking losers that can't get anything right.
or again the mafia, like it's
Or like, the cops.
the cops.
I mean, like, look, evil comes in many different shapes and forms in the world, and it's not going to be like this, like demon or like this, like evil, badass looking. Sometimes it's just like this little, like, boyish nerd, and like you can't, like, all the time you can't tell on the surface who's going to be like a monster, and when you see that reveal, it's like, wait, this is a guy that's been fucking up the city, and that's just as possible as anything.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is a cabbage. That's all cops are bastards except Jim Gordon.
Okay.
You're a good cop.
Doesn't roll off the tongue. It's easy.
All right. Also want to talk about Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle. Well, I guess Selena Falcone.
Yeah.
In this movie.
Whoa.
Well, her mom was Kyle.
Yeah.
Her mom was
Yeah.
Kyle.
Actually, in
But
the comics, she is Carmine's daughter. It's never confirmed, but it's really widely.
I
accepted.
thought I remember that. Okay.
But I was just coming off watching, and if I'm going to highly recommend this, the show High Fidelity on Hulu. It only got 1 season. It got canceled, but she stars in it, and it's based off of one of my favorite books, also one of my favorite movies. It's good. Watch it. She does, I think, a great job. Like all the bits where she's actually, like leaping off things, climbing, going down just scaffolds and shit. It's just like with the exact finesse of a cat. And I was like, wow, this. I mean, I know it's obviously not her, but like that portrayal of Catwoman is great. My only complaint about that, we got to get rid of that sock on her head. We got to get something better.
Because that mask is
No,
bad.
I saw today actually a preview for the Art of the Batman hardcover where it talks about the movie, like the costume design and shit.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be that she's Catwoman. Like the suit she wears is based off like real life leather biker suits because she's on the bike so much, and the hat is meant to be for riding. Like it protects your nose and your head from the cold and shit, but you can still see and talk and whatnot. And it was just supposed to hint at the idea of Catwoman.
It reminded me of the Boondock Saints when Rocco tried to make his own ski mask out of just a regular toboggan. It just had shitty holes cut in it, and you could see his whole face.
That's fair.
I mean, if you've never seen that movie, you wouldn't get it. But
I think it's better than Anne Hathaway's like radio ears.
I was still getting, but that's the thing for me. Like, I'm not knocking anything here. Well, I guess I kind of am, but I thought at least those two outfits were one and the same. If anything, at least Anne Hathaway's Catwoman had like when her visor went up, she looked like she had cat hair. And I know she had like little nubbies. Zoe Kravitz did, but still, it looked like a sock on her face.
And plus, like it kind of hurts a little bit because you have all these promotional shots of her and Robert Pattinson together, where she's wearing the literal Catwoman mask.
Yeah.
And it looks so
It
good.
looks great. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean,
It's
and I
a-
know
the
maybe
image of her
like in
drinking
future
milk, that's
installments,
actually-
you know, they always update outfits in these movies and these situations. So, and I get it. You need a starter outfit,
Yeah.
but it's a sock. But
Yeah. I love
I kind
Zoe.
of wish her suit was like a giant furry suit. That's what I want.
Hey,
I mean, you get that purple one, it's close.
Let's see.
the next reinvention of Batman. Catwoman is just a furry. Like she has like the big clunky like poofy thingy suit.
Batman's a furry.
But they wear like the full on suits.
Yeah.
But somehow she's still like just portrayed as like the slinky, sexy, and Batman's still like the badass. But another idea, they're muffled the whole time. Like they're talking from inside
Yeah.
the mask, and there's no outward
Okay.
speaker.
Yeah. And there, at some point, Batman's screaming.
It's just like
The tension with the scene when we thought Alfred was a goner was pretty wild. Like,
Yeah.
that was good.
The fact that he pulled out a flame-proof coat before he realized there was a bomb there, I thought that was pretty fucking sick.
Fuck. Yeah, it was. Also, I love Zoe Kravitz wigs. Should say that.
Yeah, she
She
looked
fucking
great.
killed it. I love Zoe Kravitz.
Watch Kimi. Kimi is another great movie she's
Yeah.
in. I love Zoe Kravitz. I want to see her as more leading roles. I just need that.
Hey, you should watch High Fidelity on Hulu.
I'll check it out.
I think it's like 10 episodes. And again, it got canceled, so it's only one season.
I mean, Zoe Kravitz got people acting up, and like, I don't blame them.
I think it's fucked up that Robert Pattinson didn't follow her. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, fucked up, man. Fucked up.
It wasn't the relationship that he needs, but it was like the one he deserves. I don't know.
Yeah.
And what he needed and the one he deserved was Commissioner Gordon's big old bussy.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
But-
The
Jeffrey
sloppy
Wright's Gordon.
toppy.
Batman is getting that Gordon sloppy.
he's just like he's just like slapping the butt.
I could be cool. We're just having a blast talking about that. I should say it's just so funny because I love them so much. Did I say this movie's good?
And Gordon's going to be in, well, shit. It's not a GCPD show anymore. So is Gordon going to be involved in the Arkham Asylum show?
It's in the really, really early stages of development right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the Penguin one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. I want more Penguin. I was like, I'm excited for a show about the Penguin right now.
I will say, like, you know, I love the Batman games and I love the Nolan trilogy, but like for a while, me and Colt were talking about this, how like I, you know, didn't really care for any Batman content, but now that like after watching this, it's like, damn, I want more now.
Yeah.
Like because when I watch or play his stuff, I'm like, damn, I love Batman. Like, holy fuck.
Well, if you want some great choice Batman comic books, you should come down to the comic strip. I have plenty of good things.
And stuff.
Yeah, actually go down there.
Have you ever read The Long Halloween?
Nope.
Oh, man.
Want
I
to.
have several copies.
It's
Hardcover and softcover.
No, I'm Halloween scares me.
one of my favorite
Say
Batman
Dan.
stories. And I love that this movie took a little bit of inspiration from it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. All right, yeah, good fucking time, bro.
That's great.
There's also an end credit scene.
Yeah,
It's pretty
which is
pretty crazy.
it pulls up the Larada thing
The website.
from the movie, and it's essentially the Riddler saying, "I'll be back."
Yeah, they yeah, if you go and solve the riddles or whatever, you get like a little reward at the end.
He says, "I'm not
Yeah.
done yet."
Yeah, if you translate it, it's like, you are not going to put me in the gula.com.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger's coming back as Mr. Freeze.
I
Yeah.
mean, why not? Multiverse.
I did wanna-
Multiverses are big these days. I don't know if you know.
I
I
think
did
there's a
wanna-
lot of people burning out on that multiverse, though.
Well, you see, the people that are all like, "Oh, there's too many comic book oversaturation of the market." Shut up. Good, bad, ugly. Give us comic book movies. I'll watch them.
Yeah.
Just keep them coming.
As long
Yeah,
as they're good.
sure.
And you know what? If they're great, like the Batman, even better.
Yeah.
Because I did want to ask if we get more from Matt Reeves or just more Batman in general, what is a villain that you like to see in a future story?
In this world?
In
Can
this
we go
world or
outside the
just in
box?
general? I
Just-
mean, obviously it'd be really fun to see him in this world.
Yeah.
But a new version of an old character or first time appearance.
I mean, easy answer for me, obviously, Two-Face. But I want fucking Clayface in a Batman movie.
Fuck.
I want Clayface.
Okay. All right. Court of Owls sounds badass.
Yes, God,
Court of Owls sounds badass, but it would be really sick to have a storyline.
Yes.
Just because, like, I told Colt this, but spoiler, Hush is a fucker who wants to impersonate Bruce Wayne, basically, by cutting off the skin of other people, and then...
I mean, that's not... yeah. No,
That's more of the game.
That's my
Yeah,
only
that was the
reference, and I
game.
like
No,
that.
I'm thinking like in the comics, he gets plastic surgery to look just like Bruce Wayne, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
does he?
That's later on, yeah.
Okay. I just like...
Originally, he just wanted to destroy Bruce's life because Bruce's parents were killed. They were childhood friends. His name's Tommy Elliott. So that reporter named Elliott right before it said Hush.
Yeah.
But they're childhood friends. Bruce's parents die. But before that, Hush's parents get in a car wreck, and Bruce's dad manages to save his mom, even though his dad dies. And Hush is pissed. Like, you find out later, like, Tommy Elliott's mad. Like, I'd cut the brakes. I wanted them dead so I could get all that money. And then your parents just died in a freak accident. You have everything I want, Bruce, you bitch.
It sounds like a loser.
Evil.
But I like the idea that he's just a really fucked up surgeon who's just going around cutting people's faces up. And I would like to see that.
There was one part in the comics where he cut out Catwoman's heart and
Jesus.
hooked her up to a blood bypass machine and just sort of left her there.
All right. Do not do that.
Please
called
don't
Heart
do
of
that.
If you do that to Zoe Kravitz, I will be very extremely mad with you, Matt Reeves.
And plus, you won't be able to bring the babies because it's going to be a hard R. You know,
Rating,
the
rating.
Oh,
rating.
Oh, I was like,
Why
what?
would they say that?
Why would Jesus?
The fucking movie rating, you
Yeah.
babies.
I'm aware now.
Oh my god, Jesus.
I want to see Condiment King in a Batman movie.
Yeah.
And Kite Man. Hell yeah.
Calendar Man. let's
Calendar
go.
Man, Calendar Man,
Hey,
yes.
Calendar Man. Shit. Yeah. I mean, he was. I mean,
We already saw Calendar Man.
In Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Yes, we did.
But
yeah, but different
That's
universe.
right.
Yeah.
but that would be cool. Just bring him in, you know? Again, another fucked up serial killer
And then you watch the movie on a different holiday. He says a different line.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh.
Ah.
Anybody do that in the Arkham game?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's very. I mean, you have to do that for his quest, I think, where you can like move around the dates and stuff, and then yeah.
Yeah, you can alter like the dates in the system and get that trophy an easier way. But yeah, you go visit Calendar Man in Arkham City. On like specific holidays, he has different lines of dialogue. It's pretty cool, actually.
Oh, I mean, I think like having a lot of cameos will be fine but you got to be careful. But like I think you could like do a lot of. I don't know. I feel like it would probably be best reserved for the Asylum show, but another lower leveled one is Zaz.
Zaz would be fun because he was already in one movie, and then they put him in one of the TV shows for CW.
Yeah. So again, not like too super inspiring, but like I think it'd be cool to bring in Zaz.
Okay, hear me out. This is my real answer.
Okay.
You've got Matt Reeves, director of Cloverfield, which is a monster movie.
Okay.
He also directed Batman. Just think of what he could do with Man-Bat.
I mean, I was literally
Oh,
that was literally
fuck,
going to
yeah.
be my point because my thought is like either we lean into like the fact there's actual monsters, or we sort of play up the like how Batman is sort of like this rumor story legend of the town. You also have like this cryptid human monster that's sighted throughout the city and killing people. So you're like, is this a serial killer? Is it an actual creature? Is it misattributed sightings? I think that'd be a great story to play on. And plus, like, that's an underrepresented character.
Yeah, no, super sick. Dude, just a whole fucking Batman movie where it's just having to deal with like not a cult, but like more kind of like, I guess, cryptid, fringe kind of fucking creatures. Why not? I can only think of Man-Bat and maybe Killer Croc, but Killer Croc is more of a guy with a really bad skin condition.
I guess it's depending on how far they elaborate his character. Sometimes he's just a gross crackhead dude. Sometimes he's just a straight up crocodile man.
Yeah, some Killer Croc is literally just a crocodile man. Like, he has a tail and everything.
Ooh, Matt Reeves, give us your take on a Hugo Strange.
That would be fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
Hugo Strange. Yeah.
We might. I mean, it's Arkham.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, it'd be super cute.
I don't know shit really much about Batman villains, but I would like to see Bane again. But make him Hispanic and get the luchador mask.
And make it Dave Bautista.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Bautista wants to be Bane.
Really?
Yeah. Like, really bad.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Cool. Because Bane, not Bane, Dave Bautista is like, okay, so we're in this dark, gritty universe, right? So like Bautista does a really good job of, I mean, he's a great actor. And the one role I also like remember like this kind of dark and grittiness is Blade Runner 2049. Does a fantastic job.
He's great.
Even though he's in there for like a little bit. So yeah, hell yeah, throw in a Bane. Throwing a Bane in there.
And also his tiny glasses for 2049.
Tiny glasses.
And make sure to get smaller every time he turns the camera.
God, has anybody like used computers to make that a reality yet? Like that meme a reality?
I feel like that's a bit. Like someone actually has gone and doctored like a bit. Like there's a Twitter. It's like every day Dave Bautista's glasses in 2049 get smaller. Just like a little thing to hide on the edge of his nose.
Oh fuck. Okay. Oh man, there's so many villains. Kind of a villain, but also kind of more of like anti-hero, I guess. Azrael.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of cool.
If you want to do a cult, then you use Azrael.
Fuck yeah, and then have like a kind of a jack dude like Batman go toe to toe. Yeah, that'd be sick. And he's also super Christian.
Azrael's one of my favorite characters. I love that design, and I love the fact that he's fucking insane.
I really like his design. When he was introduced in City, Arkham City, it's one of my favorite designs. Super cool. Yeah, because Jesus.
Yeah.
Some airing of grievances.
Vengeance. Started talking about our first issue of Night
Oh,
while
yeah.
watching the Batman
Uh-huh.
because that first beatdown scene. These, I thought it was just like two people at first, but apparently it was like three girls, and full blown like flashlight mode on their phone to help them like look for other shit, and it's just lights flashing everywhere down the way, and I'm getting hot. Like
There was one point where you and Trey both stood up and be like, "We got a fucking
I
problem."
was just staring daggers. I was just like, look at me, fucking look at me. I will scream. Like, the Batman, really? You want to do this now? This is the darkest movie that has ever darked, and you got your flashlight on. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Movie theater etiquette, like, is, like, no one gets it. No one fucking gets it.
man.
Especially at the Cobb.
Like,
I don't notice it as much as AMC's, but it's not the Cobb anymore. It's Studio 16. Whatever. This theater, people don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's like everybody has devolved to where it's like, I guess being at home for so long, everybody just brings that to the theater.
No, that was a thing before COVID.
I know.
People's
I
like,
know.
I the whole mentality, I paid for a ticket, that means I can do whatever I want. No, you paid for the experience. You're ruining it for everyone else. Put your fucking phone in the pocket. Turn it on silent. If you got to make a call, there's a goddamn lobby. And the fucking flashlight notification can fuck off too. Why is that a thing? I know why it's a thing, but why make it a thing in the theater? Like, it's the worst.
I will say, people who do that, people who are like that, I bet they're anti-vaxxers.
yeah.
Special place in fucking Hades for those asswipes.
For real.
And even worse is when you bring your goddamn infant child to a goddamn fucking theater.
Literal baby.
It was
What
7:50
the
at
fuck
night.
is this little baby going to remember from the fucking Batman?
Like-
other than just like, this baby's just like, I think Zoe Kravitz is hot.
Well, I get it. Parents need to have their night out too. They need to have their own social life. But you had a kid.
No.
You had a kid. You got to take some sacrifices when you have a child. That's part of the process of having a fucking kid.
It's like, I get it, you're a mom. I get it, you're a dad. Whatever. But like...
Get a fucking sitter.
Get a fucking sitter.
And you know what? If you can't afford it, guess what? Maybe tonight's not the night to go out.
It's not the night.
Grandpa, aunt, uncle, cousin, something, man. Best friend.
There are literally apps for finding babysitters.
Like, but again, not everybody can afford it. Not everybody can afford it.
True.
But and like you said, sometimes you're just gonna have to take that sacrifice, that hit, because
Babies
you're
cry.
I don't know. Like, no, the baby full on started crying during like a very intense, quiet scene, and it's just like, man, thanks. Like,
I mean, obviously, we're trying to be as charitable as possible because obviously, new parents, And this is a baby, new to life, new to experience, a lot of sensory overlay.
No,
So
fuck them. None of us are parents, and we know not to take a goddamn infant to a movie.
But I mean, like, that's my thing too. Is that like on the other
you can
hand,
be mad at the situation and still try to have a modicum of charity for that.
because on the other hand, it's like, why would you bring a child to a 7:50 showing of the Batman?
And it's a 3-hour fucking movie.
It's a 3-hour fucking movie. Like,
We got up there at 11:30.
I mean, theaters are loud places. Those are not.
and
good for
you know
children.
they were sitting up close to the front, motherfucker.
They love suffering.
They probably got there late.
that was inconsiderate. It was poorly thought out. It was bad parenting, and they should know better. We know better. They should have known better.
I don't bring my 2 fucking dogs.
Everybody should know better.
That'd be fucking more annoying.
Like,
I'll
turn
say.
off your fucking phone.
Well-
don't bring a kid.
Now, if I did bring my dogs, they'd actually be more fucking quiet.
Ah.
Darn,
Well, yeah, they don't. Yeah, no, they don't. I mean, Sasha will sometimes, like, when I get home, she'll sometimes talk to me, and Monkey might make some like. But like, other than that, they're quiet dogs.
I mean, I was thinking like they'll hear the loud noises and they'd start screaming.
Oh no. When it comes to loud noises, they just kind of just like they get scared, but they don't start screaming. They just kind of sit there.
They're not like Darwin and Piper over here.
Yeah, like I've had Sasha in my room and had like loud movie or music playing, and she's just fine. So, but that doesn't mean having loud noises is good.
Yeah, what if there's a 45-foot giant bat creature on a screen in front of her?
Yeah. So anyway, no, don't do that.
That baby watched Riddler murder people.
And it saw full on fucking mob violence, just
Terrorism.
That baby is now imprinted for violence. Now.
That baby couldn't recognize Colin Farrell. Traumatized for the rest of his life.
for the rest of its
Or her
life.
Every time that baby sees a bird like man, they're just like they start screaming.
So already love you, Frank, but Frank's phone went off, which was just funny. Nothing really too big about that. But then fucking not literally directly in front of us, there's like 2 people whipping out their fucking phones, brightness up, fucking recording. Like, dipshit.
Well, to be fair, Frank's phone was the brightest thing I've ever seen in that goddamn
Oh, fucking.
place.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
No,
Frank's phone was so bright.
The only thing brighter was Emilio's smartwatch, which kept hitting me in the face.
God.
Oh, and then some fucker was. Oh, my God. Some fucker's phone went off, was ringing, and they decide to just fucking walk so slow down the fucking stairs to get out until the phone stopped ringing. Motherfucker. Thank you.
Also, just a quick little side note. For those of you who do wear smartwatches, at least dim the fuckers, because every time you move your wrist, they tend to light up. So, there was somebody a couple rows ahead of me that had theirs, but it was very dim. That's all. So bravo to you, dim smartwatch person.
Like,
I still noticed it, but, good on you.
like, Cannon's right. Like, what happened? Like, does nobody just...
We're here. It's a shared experience. Like, this isn't new. This isn't rocket surgery. We've been doing this for fucking decades now, and I mean, you can't blame fucking cell phone. No, just put it down for 3 hours and enjoy a great film.
The only time I got my cell phone out during the movie was when I had to text one of our friends who worked there to come get the stupid little bastards with their phone, turn it off, and fucking leave.
When I saw them get kicked out, I was like, oh my God, which one of y'all fucking did it?
Yeah. So I was like,
Because I was seriously going to go down there if that happened one more
Because like
goddamn time.
I was far enough away, I didn't notice it. But then I saw Liz notice it. I'm like, okay, and she's like, you need to tell us about it. Okay, fine. So it was just like, Dylan's in the box office. Hey, Dylan, send someone. And like 5 minutes later, you turn off your phones because it's our buddy Eric who told them. And then he walked out and just waited. He walked back around and he saw him pull him out again. He came right back up. No. And then they left.
I will say there was one good thing about that shitty theater in my hometown. At least like in my last few years there, they would bring in a security guard and be like, there will be no cell phones during the duration of this movie. If there's any cell phone use during the movie, you will be escorted out. If you need to use your phone, go to the lobby. And I'd just be like, fuck yeah, every time.
Yeah. I mean,
It's simple.
It's like, I know it's such an inconvenience for you, but like you're ruining everybody's experience. Like, just go to the lobby or something. I don't know.
If you're going to be that way, just don't go to the fucking movie.
Just don't go to the movies.
Wait till it comes out on a streaming service and then sit at home and be a shithead.
tentatively plan your life out better.
Like, pick a Tuesday when, like, middle of the day when no one else is there. You can just be an asshole to your heart's content.
I think we're kind of coming to the end of the discussion here, but are any last-minute thoughts, to say before we head out into the night to wreak vengeance and go night-night?
I'm going to see it again in theaters.
Do it.
Like 100%.
It deserves it. It fucking deserves it. It's so good.
Even though some theaters are fucking making the prices of this movie in particular higher just because they can and they know people will pay for it.
Actually, there was a report they've already started doing that with Spider-Man No Way Home. They just didn't publicize it.
What?
No, because I went to Fandango and I found out that like if you go to Fandango and you have your local theater listed through that app, I check it on Tuesdays. $5 Tuesdays is you can purchase $5 tickets through there. I checked on a Tuesday showing for the Batman. $7.50.
Oh, those bastards!
Now, when I paid for the tickets, I don't know how much they are regularly. I had a gift card, so I paid like
nice.
$7 total. But I don't know how much regular tickets are, but they were like almost like $15.
Yeah, mine was
on Fandango.
$13.50.
Yeah.
So
But again, I was like, that's kind of shitty. But we want to see the Batman, so we're gonna pay it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pay for it again. I don't care.
Yeah, I was more than happy, like, after getting done with it, because it was everything and more, and then seeing, like, the reviews and love for it has got me also excited for it as well. Like, go watch it.
I mean, you'll be hard-pressed to find a movie that, we're all this excited about and have, like, this high praise for. So it goes without saying... The Batman is AYCH approved.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Every fucking Steelbook variant is coming home when gets a fucking
Like,
release.
I didn't think there was going to be anything DC better than Peacemaker this year.
Yeah,
And I
real.
was wrong.
For real. Like, when I was like, all right, okay, Batman looks good. It looks good. It's probably going to be good. But coming out of it, I'm like, fuck, that was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Like, literally, as I went to bed, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, man, I have to, like, write a review or get my thoughts on it. Like, we need to do this, like, episode. Like, goddamn, it's so good.
Because I meant to, like, put, like, because I just had to marinate on it for a while. Because, like, every day I've woken up after seeing this movie, like, fuck, that was great.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Like, I've talked about it every day at work. I've annoyed everybody and their fucking mother about it. And it's just a fantastic experience. It's the best. I mean, again, I still plan on continuing my rewatch of all the live action Batman as much as I want to.
Yeah.
I wish I had the 66 movie. I need to get that. But this is my favorite live action Batman. Like, it's so fucking great. I don't know how else to describe it. Really.
No, for real. And, like, Frank, the Postman, Frank, he said something really interesting that I agree with now, is when he talked about the Nolan's trilogy, he was like, yeah, like, they didn't really feel like they were Batman movies, but they also weren't. And I was like, yeah, I could see that, because, like, they feel so separate from everything else. And, like, that doesn't mean Batman has to be, DC, like, crossover, multiverse, shit. But, like, they felt so just extracted from everything else. And this feels like its own separate thing, but it's like, this is fucking Batman. This is fucking DC, man.
Like, I've heard this sentiment echoed through, like, other reviews and podcasts, like, and I honestly believe it. This feels like a tried and true Batman movie, because not talking shit about the past Batman movies, but Batman was not the biggest part of those movies. Like, well, I don't know. Maybe aside from maybe Batman Begins, because that's probably the most actual Batman movie of that trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But, like, this one was a tried and true Batman. It's like the first Batman. That was you can argue that was a Joker movie.
Yeah, it was
Like,
Jack Nicholson got top billing.
yeah.
I was like, because I just saw it for the first time recently. I was surprised how late Bruce Wayne comes into that movie. It's like at least 30 to 45 minutes.
The same way with Batman Returns. Like, it's probably a good 20, 30 minutes before we see Bruce Wayne. And like, it's still a fantastic film, but, you get a lot of the Catwoman and the Penguin in it. And some people say that that's maybe a detriment to the Batman character as a whole, that in his series he might be the least interesting character. But I think in this movie you get a great job of establishing Batman as a character, getting his supporting cast, and nothing feels like it's like crammed together. Everything gets its own time to breathe, and like it's just a incredibly well-paced film, and you get everything you need and very little what you don't.
Like people have talked about slog here and there. I've heard this was probably one of the most comfortable 3-hour watches I've ever sat.
Yes.
For sure.
Agreed.
For
Like,
sure.
Oh yeah.
It did not feel long at all to me, and I'm ready to take that adventure again.
Hell yeah.
I love that fucking movie so much.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, well, thank you all so much for listening today. It was one of our favorite films, and when we implore you to go seek it out, even if you're not a Batman fan, I think that there's enough here to really get you into this character, even if you're not a comic book fan. It's just that strong of a regular film on its own, and it's well worth your time, all 3 hours of it.
Yep.
So, once again, thank you all so much for listening. Be sure to follow us wherever podcasts are found. That's Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, Anchor, and anywhere else podcasts are listenable. We're there. To check us out, be sure to like, rate, review, subscribe on all those platforms. Helps us out, keeps us visible, puts us in front of you listeners, and we always appreciate you when you do it. You can follow us on our socials on Twitter and Instagram at AYCH Podcast, Letterboxd, and Facebook, and All You Can Hear. And if you're listening to this the week it comes out, on Monday, March 7th, we release episode 253 to All You Hear Podcast. We're the core four lads. We had a good time just bantering, riffing, and talking about a lot of different subjects. It's a lot of fun. Please go out and check that episode. And on Thursday, March 10th, we release a brand new episode of Cage of Greatness where we discuss 2018's Mandy, an important film in Nicolas Cage's career. Sort of gave him another lease on life, and it's just a literal descent into madness. And both those episodes are well worth your time. Go check those out. And lastly, you can follow me, Patrick, on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at John Lost His Name.
I've been your boy Shimmy. You can follow me at Captain Shimmy's Kinda Art, Captain Shimmy's Almost Music, Captain Shimmy's Toy Box. I take pictures of action figures and I draw shit and I make stupid little tunes. It's great, like doodly 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 doo. You can also find me at the comic strip here in Tuscaloosa. I sell comic books and comic book merchandise. It's great. It's a good time. And pretty soon, our boy Wenzel's going to be there selling some of his art.
Whoa.
We've already got it scheduled. It's going to be a good time.
Ooh. I'm Wenzel. Thank you for listening. You can follow me on Twitter at Wenzel. You can follow my art Instagram at World of Wenzy. You go to my Linktree. I have my Goodreads and my Letterboxd. I'm actually starting to review stuff on there, giving my thoughts on things. So go check those out. And art.
It's damn good art too.
Thank you.
My name's JoJo. You can follow me on Twitter at JONIABUI24 and JohnUnson12 on Letterboxd. Night night.
I have been vengeance. You can. I've been That Canon Guy. You can find me at That Canon Guy on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Goodreads, and the TikTok.
Oh.
My name is Colt. Follow me on Twitter, ColtD00, and please do not lie.
All right, thank you. Good night, everybody. Mwah.
Gordon Sloppy Toppy.
No,
Oh, Batman hit me again.
Vengeance.